Do you feel like 2024 was not your year? Don't worry, you're not alone. Very soon, people are going to be sharing their year in review, highlighting everything that they achieved in 2024. And I am sure you'd be looking through them and you'd be like, 2024 was not my year. I couldn't check off all these things. Don't worry, you're not alone. And the fact that you could not check off all these things does not mean you are a loser or you've wasted the whole of 2024. The fact that you could not achieve something huge that you had intended on doing does not mean you lost in the year or you wasted a whole year. Think through, there are so many things that I'm sure happened every month, every week, every day, little wins that you probably go back in your mind and you're like, oh yeah, even though it wasn't such a huge thing, but you were still able to get something out of 2024 after all. And the most important thing is you are alive at the end of 2024. You are watching this video and you're going to go into 2025 and there is still a chance to get things going. So I'm going to share with you 3 strategies on how to win in 2025, and I believe that if we implement these strategies, it's going to help us all to become achievers or winners at the end of 2025. And I hope that we will all apply these strategies and win in 2025. The first thing I'm going to share with you is to reflect on your wins and your losses. I know 2025 might have had periods of stagnation for some of us. You would have seen little growth. You would have had some losses. You would have not, you may not have checked off certain things on your list. Well, that's fine. I need you to just do a very thorough reflection of why you won, why you lost, why you were stagnated. And I want you to see some of the periods of stagnation as periods of growth. There is a Presbyterian hymn that says before a seed germinates, it actually dies first, and there is a period where there is stagnation, where the seed gets nourished, re-nourished and everything. I want you to draw lessons out of these wins and these losses and even these periods of stagnation. So let's say if you wanted to save $10,000, but you were not able to save $10,000 or £10,000, but you actually were able to save maybe £500. Can you just sit down and then do a thorough reflection and ask yourself, what did I do right? Why couldn't I save this amount of money? What did I do wrong? What are the lessons that I can learn from this so that going into 2025, I wouldn't have to repeat the mistakes? If it's a win, let's say you wanted to save like £5,000 or $5,000 and you were able to save 6,000, sit down and then say, okay, what did I do right? How can I even do better? And I believe that if we apply these into the goals that we are about to set for 2025, it would be like a push, because you've already drawn lessons out of 2024 and you're not going to repeat some mistakes that you made in 2024. The second thing that I'm going to talk about is to set clear and actionable goals. You would say SMART goals, but I just want to break it down into simple, clear terms. Set very clear, realistic, actionable goals. So in 2023, I wanted to lose about 10 kilograms of my weight, my baby weight actually. And I told myself, I am not going to set any unrealistic goals like losing 10 kilograms in a month or in 2 months. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set simple, clear, achievable goals. What am I going to do? I'm not going to eat after 6 p.m. I'm going to drink 250 mils to 500 mils of water before I eat every meal. I'm going to walk to work when I can. I'm going to take about 4,000 steps a day. So I broke this particular losing 10 kilograms of weight into simple, clear, realistic plans. And this is what I want us to do for 2025 as we are getting into 2025. So instead of saying I want to buy a house, can you break that huge goal into simple steps? Like, okay, before I can buy a house, what do I have to do? I need to start saving. How can I save in order to buy this house that is worth £100,000? Okay, I need to save about 1,000 every month or 10,000 every month. Can I afford it? Okay, if I can afford this, then what is the next step? Okay, I need to start looking for solicitors and whatever. I need to start doing paperwork. How do I go about doing those paperworks? I need to read more. So you see, you break this huge goal into very clear, simple yet achievable steps, so that at the end of the year, you know that you have worked through those simple and achievable steps to meet this huge goal that you have. Because if you set a huge goal, then it looks very huge and you're like, hey, how am I going to do this? How am I going to go about this? How am I going to lose 10 kilograms in 1 month? And that is going to put like a lot of pressure on you. But if you break your goals into simple yet achievable and realistic, I say realistic because I know sometimes you just set goals and then you're like, is this even realistic? So just make your goals very simple, clear, and very realistic goals. And I believe that as you do that, if you want to lose weight, you do it gradually, and by the time you realize, you would have lost. And at the end of the day, I actually did lose over 10 kilograms without even realizing it, because it became part of me, it became part of my habits, and it became part of something that I did in my daily routine. So I believe that if you set these clear, simple, yet realistic goals, it would help you to achieve your goal. The last thing that I want to talk about is to be consistent. This is something that I know most of you, including myself, are struggling with. And so I'm not going to point any fingers, I actually just did. But consistency is key. I know that sometimes, because goals are too huge, or the goals are very scary, we end up starting and then, gigi, and then at the end of the day, we just get so exhausted and drained because we are not seeing the results like how we want to see them. But then consistency at the end of the day will breed some good results. So if it is a channel you want to start, please do it consistently. If it is weight that you want to lose, please just do the exercises, your healthy diet, do it consistently. If it's a savings account that you want to open and start saving towards a car, a house, whatever, do it consistently, because consistency will breed good results. And this is the last tidbit. I don't know, just this is the last thing that I'm adding. It's not part of the point, but then I believe that finding an accountability partner, or finding somebody who would actually like be encouraging you or be helping you, be like a reminder of what you said you're going to do, is actually very good. If you have a friend, a confidant, a spouse, anybody in your life who can hold you accountable to some of these goals that you want to meet before 2025 ends, then I think it will be very, very good to have an accountability partner to check with you. Oh, have you done this? Did you say you said you're going to do this? Have you been able to do it? How is it going? And that person can even serve as a source of encouragement for you as well. I believe that if we put these 3 things, and the 4th one as well, into practice, then 2025 is going to be our year as well, and we will come back and say, yay, we did it, we're able to achieve something good, something great. Can you share with me in the comment section anything you're taking from 2024 into 2025 that you're hoping would be a very great lesson for you? Like, follow, share this with your friends, and I hope 2025 is good for us all. Bye.